and our way of life. We Americans must wake up before it is too late. Sue Myrick, member of the United States Congress, a Republican from North Carolina, co-founder, Congressional Anti-Terrorism Caucus. Preface. This book and its findings are supported by reams of exclusive documentary evidence, including several boxes of confidential files obtained legally, if clandestinely, from the national offices of the Council on American-Islamic Relations, the inner sanctum of the Muslim Mafia in America. CAIR, or CAIR, which calls itself an advocate for Muslim Americans, has operated largely in secret since its inception 15 years ago. As a nonprofit group, it is exempt from paying federal income taxes and is protected from disclosing the identities of its financial donors. These sensitive files, which have been gleaned without CAIR's knowledge, contain more than 12,000 pages of documents that collectively amount to a smoking gun linking the nation's preeminent Islamic lobby group to terrorism, fraud, and sedition. Sheet to sheet, the pages of evidence would stretch more than 2 miles, or the length of about 35 football fields. Stacked on top of each other, the boxes of printed material would weigh nearly 1/4 of a ton and require a forklift to move. They include confidential internal memos, proprietary minutes of board meetings, budget reports, real estate records, strategy papers, agendas, long-term goals, employee evaluations, emails, wire transfers and other bank statements, proposals, handwritten notes, letters, brochures, spreadsheets, visitors' logs, and a host of other raw materials not reported by the media or even by law enforcement. In addition, this book is backed by more than 300 hours of videotaped footage taken by professionally trained investigators and researchers working undercover inside CAIR's headquarters, located just 3 blocks from the U.S. Capitol building in Washington, D.C. Together with recently declassified FBI evidence, the internal documents and video surveillance for the first time provide a clear roadmap to the criminal conspiracy by CAIR, the Islamic Society of North America, and other outwardly benign Muslim organizations to support violent jihad and undermine law enforcement, with the ultimate goal of eliminating and destroying American society from within. This grand jihad, as they refer to it in their secret Arabic writings, requires infiltrating our political system and using our religious and political freedoms against us. Now the tables are turned on the bad guys. For the first time, their own system has been infiltrated. CAIR was targeted because it helps control this religious crime syndicate from its power base in Washington, the capital of the same government it wishes to overthrow, and its access to power will only widen now that its allies and apologists command both ends of Pennsylvania Avenue. The undercover operation extracting these documents is led by P. David Gaubatz, a veteran federal investigator and counterterrorism specialist whose ethnically diverse team of covert operatives includes Muslims as well as Christians and Jews. Gaubatz, 51, served more than a decade as a special agent in the U.S. Air Force's Elite Office of Special Investigations, where he held the U.S. government's highest security clearances, including top-secret SCI, sensitive compartmented information, and was briefed into many so-called black projects. The U.S. State Department-trained Arabic linguist has more than 2 decades of experience in the Middle East, including tours in Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Jordan, and Iraq, where in 2003 he led a 15-man team in extracting the family members of the Iraqi lawyer credited with saving Army Private First Class Jessica Lynch. Back in the U.S., Gaubatz invited Mohammed Odeh al-Rahif and his family to live with him and his family. They remain close today. When Gaubatz subsequently started a consulting firm to train law enforcement in Arabic language and customs, he found himself working alongside CAIR officials. Like many, he assumed CAIR was a moderate group and invited its speakers to join his lecture series, and they did. But after federal prosecutors named CAIR an unindicted co-conspirator in a major terrorism financing case, Gaubatz